Hello and welcome to another MCO update on XRP. The chart here, the long-term chart, still allows for rising prices. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you about these different scenarios I'm tracking here on this chart. And I mean, it is important to understand that really when we zoom out, bigger picture wise, not much is happening up there, right? So we often get on the XRP chart these rapid phases of acceleration and then long corrections. Yeah. And I actually see this entire period that happened between 2018 or 2017, 2018 highs and the 2024, June 2024 low as one large correction, basically a triangle in wave 4. So you see how long these corrections can be on the XRP chart. Now, good news is the move to the upside, based on Elliott wave, it's likely not finished. So we're just dealing with currently with a bit of a consolidation within that uptrend that started there in July 2024. So we could get one more push higher. I just want to make sure, be careful. I mean, there are people out there who talk about, I mean, yesterday someone sent me a link to a video. People talking about like I don't know, $1,000 XRP or something. Just please be careful, right? Listening to people who just want to get clicks. We try to be professional here. So, and it's unbelievable. Just be careful out there, right? I mean, I'm not ruling out that we extend higher, okay, even in this yellow scenario, but you need to understand that when you watch these updates or videos that some people just tell you anything to get some clicks or views, right? But it's basically important to understand where are we here in the roadmap. Elliott wave is the rule of market structure. So it tells us about which scenarios are plausible and probable. I mean, anything can happen. This is about what should happen. And then we need to understand what are the risk levels. I mean, they are clearly defined. Here, the $1.21 level. Honestly, as long as that the market is holding above that level, there is no sign of a top. Okay, of course, a local top, but until we break below 121, I would prefer one more high, okay, in the yellow scenario. And that could take us to $5, 565, 660. We might be able to calculate that more precisely once we actually have an established low. It's also important to understand that different scenarios exist, okay? So let's imagine that maybe XRP is already in a bull market since 2020. I don't believe that it would also not be in line with other cryptos, but it's technically possible that we say, okay, this was a low in March 2020, this was a wave 1, this was a wave 2, we're now in a wave 3, there could be a wave 4 and a wave 5. Then we have a 5-wave move up, a 5-wave move up here on the XRP chart. That is still in development. The difference would be that with one more high, we would complete the 3rd wave, yeah, and then could still get another 4-5 pattern. That's the difference between yellow and white. White is more bullish, but also, and that's the commonality, after one more high, there should be a decent pullback, a decent correction. So you might not want to hold on to that because this correction would be the same wave degree as this wave 2 that happened between March 2021 and June 22. So more than a year. So yeah, you might not want to hold on to that, your position then when, So next high could be the last one. That's very much in line with the Bitcoin chart, okay? So yeah, I'm tracking these scenarios at the moment. Obviously, if support breaks, other scenarios come into play, but for now, we are holding support, so we don't necessarily need to focus too much on that now. That's something we can talk about if it really becomes, noteworthy, worth to discuss. Let's take a look at the shorter time frame now for XRP. I have to say, I mean, for now, at the moment, I think the larger time frame is more important. That mess that's developing here on the smaller time frame is really a bit boring and not too interesting. So there is one scenario I'm tracking here that suggests the pullback that started in December, January is already over. So we can track higher prices. We have some key levels defined here against which you can focus on higher, but don't think it's high probability necessarily. It is quite a mess, I have to say. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of structure here. I mean, I can recognize a 1-2 setup, but then, what then? Is this the A wave? This the B wave? Are we starting a C wave up? Maybe. Okay. If that's the case, it really should hold above $2.12. That's the nearest support level, nearest key level. But the structure just doesn't really inspire much confidence. So if I really had to give you a nano structure, which I'm going to do, then bear in mind the C wave up in circle wave 3 that started here. C wave up started on the 20th of April at around $2.02, $2.03. It would be a diagonal. So we have a ABC structure in wave 1. So obviously also the third wave would be an ABC. I think this is a reasonable scenario, A, B, C. But that's exactly why I'm telling you we need to hold that last swing low, because this ABC in wave 3 will be invalidated if we break below that low that's formed at $2.11, $2.12. So we might currently be in a B wave pullback. I can give you nano support. It's just weak support, yeah. That's really for this, just the smallest time frame here. Some support to watch. It's between $2.16 and $2.26. And as long as we're holding that 216 level, that nothing's changing. Below 216, probabilities increase that we will also break below $2.11. So then we might have to just adjust the nano structures, but it wouldn't really change the overall context. That's the update on XRP. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Yeah, as a member, you get access to our weekly member live stream every Sunday, 5 p.m. UTC. You get access to member updates, member videos, short-term updates. As a gold member, you get access, to our Discord server as a gold member. Also, we're now including silver and gold chart updates, Tradingview live charts for these as well, as a bonus to our crypto membership. So if you're interested in those, you might want to check it out. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.